Oh good, another 1 second recording start. Don't get a lot of those, unfortunately. Let's see how long it takes Steam to pick up Armored Core again. Oh, actually not that bad this time. So obviously we have seen some of the hindsights from the AC I was making last night, so we're going to see if we can try something else. I'm going to try, because the main weakness I see is that it doesn't have a good energy recovery in the air, which is actually a stat that a lot of people pass over. Which is, let me pull it back open. So, you all know how you have the energy supply efficiency here, and people really aren't sure what that is. That is actually, as it says, EN recovery, which may make no sense to people, because you're thinking that, that the energy output here doesn't have to do with it, and that you immediately regen on the ground, but it's really about regenning in the air. So the only problem here is where I can try to save on energy load. You can see that immediately is hitting a marker where it's like a 50% update for just changing that. And this necessarily should work fine. I believe this, yeah, this goes to, oh, it's only 260. That's also kind of why it's really good FCS. That bumps up that. Okay. In theory, because that'll work with the other changes that we've made. Speed's about the same, gained a bit more bulk, but that energy is really where this may end up coming back and helping out. Because in theory, I should now be able to actually recover energy well in the air. Which, that's just a pure up bonus if it did work without actually changing anything major on it. Did cost me a bit of damage on the generator. So just to explain what the difference is, going from 100 here down to 90 is about a 5% damage drop, which isn't too huge, but it is obviously definitely still something. Of course, there's going to be people in Bona Dunes. Probably going to be something to do with a Zimmerman or a missile boat. Ah, yes. Machine. Oh, nope. The guy left. Hey, someone had a small map. Yeah. And an AC that excels in a small map. That is actually a very nice emblem that guy has. And this is just going to be entirely based on how good the guy's ping is for the Zimmermans. And the answer is terrible ping for the Zimmermans.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Because he's literally shooting and the damage is actually happening seconds later. Yep. Honestly, that is the biggest issue with this game, is this game's terrible netcode. There are Zimmerman shots missing and like just dealing damage like half a second to a second later. Yeah, that's the other issue with this AC. It's just, while I'm trying to get this to work, it doesn't really have what it needs to force people off of it. Like, I tried making this, like, a bazooka or something I could pop out to try to, like, keep people back, but then I don't really have enough range options. That's kind of what this is really, like, honestly coming to, is that the whole thing is a lot of rock paper scissors to it, and the problem is that the rock paper scissors completely shifts as soon as you get to the point that ping immediately changes how shit interacts. And there's no way to see what someone's ping is before you fight them. And just the fact that we somehow still don't have a quick join button. So, by the way, Leo, sorry I forgot if I've asked, but how's your day going so far? Oh, that's always good. Also, the other fact is that because the maps aren't mirrored, depending on the setup, you could randomly start on a much better side. Also, like very else, like I find it really weird that that's how they decided to do that.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Like this, the ping works fine, and the kicks are actually hitting properly. I kicked close to him and he didn't take a shit ton of damage. He dodged it, the ping is fine. Certain other fights, this would be just awful. And considering how many micro stuns that this game actually carries, kind of also makes it even worse.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Honestly, the 6 missiles are very nice. Like, if you realize that these are the only thing on my kit that's actually, like, landing staggers, you can put this with, like, actual regular weapons, and they are really nice. They are accurate, they deal damage, they build stagger. The only problem is I don't have something else that's good enough for, like, longer range that I can throw on. Like, there are a bunch of weapons for the arm I could toss on that build stagger and deal shell damage that would work at closer range, but wouldn't really work as soon as someone's playing like something that runs away. That's kind of the issue that I'm falling into. Because I have the basic speed to move around, but I don't really have the assault boost speed I would need, but then that would make me lose the other speed to move around to try and compensate to get that. And as I said before, if you look, not even close to similar darting positions. If you are someone who wanted to just hole up, that is a great spot to hole up in.
50%.
Very close, actually. He tried to pulse armor too late. Though those laser drones may be a good thing I could actually exchange out. I actually forgot those existed. Speed's fine, not necessarily worse. Though it's a very long reload time. And those are another weapon you could throw onto a very lightweight and just spam those and run. Like, certain weapons feel like they have way too much ammo for PvP purposes. Like, the Karasawa, even if you only get 8 shots, the fight is not lasting long enough for those 8 shots. But for PvE, it's not nearly enough. Then there's like, these freaking missiles have so much ammo. All of the bazookas have so much ammo. The older games, you could run out of a 40 ammo bazooka in PvP very easily. That is not happening here. Just the combination of stagger, assault boosts, and just the overall movement and how energy regeneration works.
AP at 50%.
I don't even know how the hell that freaking hit me. Oh, he changed to a shotgun or something, didn't he? Yep, those aren't the lasers. I didn't realize that he changed weapons. I got way too close. Oh, he does have. I don't know what the fuck I wasn't seeing then.
AP at 50%.
Honestly, you know what it is? It feels like a lot of weapons do more damage but have a lower weapon velocity than the older games. So that in the end, a few lucky hits ends up easily, like, changing what the factor is, but then, like, really close range stuff that doesn't really miss seems stronger than it should be without too much penalty, as long as you don't have something specifically meant to counter close range stuff. And I fucked up again with the weapon distribution I had going. Oh, I lost that one. So this is one of the concepts. Let's go try building something different next. We can try going with an entirely different approach by just using assault boost to keep close while also having okay weight and stuff set up for the weapons. I recall the weapon velocity on this one is actually quite nice. Oh no, those legs are just garbage. Don't need the Firmezas at all. I actually use that for helping the... Oh no, we aren't even going to be quick boosting at all. Yeah, that's why I got slower, the Burzle. I think it'd be 377. Honestly, that may just work out better. Let's see. I need a close range. Change to the Talbot. There's no way this is gonna work, but let's go check it out. Well, let's try fighting. Right. Let's go fight Freud, whatever the guy's name is.
Final arena
Main system activating combat mode.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure this is not gonna work, but let's go pop into a random online lobby and try it out. Pretty sure this doesn't have enough power behind it. I'm assuming the range on these is not very long. Yes, it is not. Sure. Be some giant slow thing on watch point. just a moonlight. He's trying just a moonlight on watch point. Which means either this guy is very confident, is currently memeing, or has such horrible ping I'm gonna get hit regardless. I mean, Leo, the gun may run out. Not sure, but what I can promise you is that it's got very nice bullet velocity. So I'm curious if this guy's whole shtick is going to just be assault boost punching at me. No, I think these actually have a pretty decent ammo. Don't these have like 300 rounds or something? Yeah, I'm not running out of this, Leo. Honestly, I think he was expecting someone to pick something heavy and not this, which threw his plan off a bit. But yeah, these things don't stagger as much as they would need to make it worth using with just from at this range. You know what I forgot to check? I forgot to check if these arms could handle the recoil of this gun. Because I don't believe it is. I may need heavier arms. Okay. These arms work as long as I don't spam it too hard. I have arms that are just a bit above the 142 that aren't completely ridiculous like these. Which there aren't any, so this is it. Look, it's someone trying something interesting on Bonadea Dunes and not just Zimmerman's.
AP at 30%.
And yep, terrible hit registration with kicks. Though I can definitely get a better booster out of this. But yeah, the range on this is just not good. Doesn't have the oomph for trying to keep this kind of range to make these work. But yeah, this is actually really good for ammo, Leo. I am very surprised at how, like, these are actually decent if it wasn't for the range. The bullet velocity is very nice. They just don't really pack a punch. So while this was a fun idea, it doesn't have what it needs. Actually, the detonating missile launcher is still a thing, right? Yeah, the javelin thingy. So here is the problem there, Leo, is that the first fight of air is not about dealing damage or stagger. The first phase for air is entirely just, can I peel a pulse shield? Which is not at all what the usual main goal is. question is, how is this gonna work? I may have something here. I mean, might as well lock in, why not? This one probably won't do shit to this, but we'll find out. A lot of people are telling me the javelin detonation missile is really good. I don't know, I've just never seen it be useful. Like that last fight I was doing with that one guy, it wasn't useful at all. I got too close for no reason.
AP at 30%.
Though I don't know why my lock-on keeps turning off. And yeah, I don't know why people are saying this missile is good. It's quite not.
Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Hey Grissimian, how's it going? Yeah, I don't... Yeah, this pistol isn't doing shit.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
honestly, even when he's staggered and I'm point blank roasting me and they don't really do anything, but they have really nice bullet velocity, which is why I tried them. But I'm also not a fan of these javelin missiles people kept telling me to use. They're saying like, oh, they're really good on like heavyweights and tanks. Doesn't seem to be honestly doing much of anything. Like it does hit sometimes, but usually it's not. When it does hit, it's okay. Like that was about 1k because they were staggered. Oh, that did not hit me.
Shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Woo! Hold on. Oh, that was great. Oh. But yeah, the pistols are not what I need for this. What? Sure. Question is, what can I really fit on this? There's not really just like a one-off I can put. Maybe the Curtis? Let's see what this just ends up going to. Because now it's just a worse version of what I had before, really. No, Haru, both of us. Oh, right, because we both had 1 HP. Also, Ninja, I don't like the Javelin. The Javelin does not feel nice to use, and it seems like it only hits the tank if the tank messes up. And like even also, even when it does hit, it's such a long cooldown and such a long lock time that there are just better missiles. Like I can fire the like 6-shot forwards like 3 or 4 times before the Javelin comes back and then also locks on. So it's not that, mister. It's got a 10-second reload time. The 10-second reload is way too long for 500 damage. And then anything lightweight is going to dodge it. And yeah, this thing can't take out a tank anyway. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, I have no way of beating this. I'm just currently fooling around with like different parts. And this is not something that this AC can take out. No, so, Grow, I am currently joining random rooms. But yeah, the biggest issue that I have mostly with, like, trying to figure out something that can fight everything is just that if there's something really heavy, like what this guy's currently using, what you need to fight this immediately loses to anything that can kite. So what you would need to fight this,
30%.
which I definitely have a bunch of things that can fight this, won't win against something that's like kiting because you're too freaking slow now. The rock, paper, scissors nature of this game currently is what I really dislike about it. Because you can join a match, realize I have no way to beat this, and there is no quit button. You can't run out. You're just stuck until the person kills you. And if they're someone who's like kiting and you're using a really heavy tank, there are times I've sat there and they just shot me once and then ran off until time ran out. Like, I don't even call it a skill issue. It's just the fact that builds are so heavily centered around the map and then countering. No, but that's the problem, S. That's the problem, though. Something that can do that won't beat this guy's tank. You can't do both ends of the spectrum at the same time. Okay, then S, give me something that can do that if you're saying it's that easy. I'm serious, if you're saying that it's that easy, give me something... Exactly, because it doesn't exist. What you're telling me to do doesn't exist, and that's the problem. There really isn't anything that can do both at the same time. See, something that can now beat this. This AC can be kited. That freaking missed. I also love the netcode. The freaking netcode is what also makes it worse because certain builds are also like certain matchups are just entirely dependent on just ping. Like freaking these goddamn bazooka arms get worse the worse. Just get worse the worse someone's ping is. Because like as the ping between the players increases, bazookas just get worse and worse to dodge. Honestly, a lot of stuff. The problem is also assault kicks. Assault kicks, the worse that the ping is, the range also drastically changes on where someone's kicking you from. How did I not stagger him from that?
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
So close. I had a bunch of shots hit random freaking geometry on the map. Okay, Biscuit, give me a second. I'll do it after this.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Here you go. Here are your Amitas that you wanted. Sure. Sure, Ninja, let's go. I don't know what you just gave me. Am I supposed to put that somewhere? Or is that the room code? Oh, you mean like actually using the build? Sorry, I thought you meant you want to fight me. I completely misunderstood. Hold on. You know, this is very similar to the one I was using prior, but you've got a javelin on it. Oh, that was the wrong button. That was an LRA. I mean, everything here seems pretty solid. It has a coral gen. Okay, so Mr. Rye, I'll go and create a room. Make it winner rotate, and I'll put the room code as you know what? Let's just go bread. The room code is bread. How do I change the map? This is a shitty map. Okay, Ninja, let's see how this AC of yours works. I did not change it off of Dunes. I suck. I realize that, yes. Oh, yes it does, Ninja. It's got terrible quick boosting. Granted, sometimes the netcode is so bad it doesn't matter. Also, that is the other thing that I've noticed with the netcode too. Not only does it fuck up kit hitbox, like kick hitboxes, so it also messes up the actual range of certain weapons. Like if you lag bad enough, someone can shoot you using Zimmermans at 340 range. They will miss at 340 range, and you will take damage.
AP at 50%.
Honestly, Ninja, this is quite nice, yes. It doesn't really have the airtime I was trying to go for the other AC. But overall, it's very nice. Oh, hold on. Ninja, I thought you had terminal armor on this. What's on this? Does this thing have assault armor or the pulse armor? I was expecting and relying on the terminal armor to proc. That did not hit me, but okay, game. That was the wrong button. Honestly, putting the assault armor onto the other AC may just be what I need for just someone using a very close range melee build. I was like, if I grab this instead of using the terminal armor, have assault armor, when someone tries to like do the Zimmerman bullshit, I can probably hit them with it. Also, yeah, let's change this map to something not awful. Honestly, again, the main issue that I have for people running close range is that the worse the ping, the longer shoot range they have. Okay, so right, there is a major thing about the EN supply that a lot of people don't get, is that if you don't have a decent amount of excess, you get like 0 regen in the air. It doesn't affect the ground much, but you can stay airborne a lot better if you have some excess. I try to not be that close if I can help it. Yes, I know you do it. Ah, that's what you're using. Yeah, vertical plasmas are great, Ninja. They are stupidly impossible to dodge. Oh, I pressed the complete wrong button for there twice.
30%.
And I forgot I don't have terminal armor on this anymore. I should not have pressed that.
AP at 30%.
Yes, very, very close. What else do I have in here I can try out? You know what? This one's kind of fun. Let me just change this to random PvP, because this is just random PvP now. That is actually very interesting. So I actually probably won't beat this, but I have a bunch that are very unfair to fight. But this AC that I have currently definitely won't beat that.
AP at 30%. AP at 30%.
It was honestly close enough considering that this thing is awful for this. I'm happy that I at least got the freaking terminal armor off. Also, just to tell you now, I'm gonna pull out a really bullshit one. Honestly, I really wouldn't consider this all the stops as much as it is just unfair bullshit. The worse that the ping is, the more unfair this thing is to fight. Because I mean, this is so much fun to fight, isn't it? This is so fun! It's just unfair in a box. Why are you allowed to do this? Exactly, you don't have time to do anything! Like, I don't know why that's allowed to exist, but the game says it can. No, it's... Honestly, Rye, it's not even tank versus tank. If you... As soon as that stagger bar hits, you die. I've used that against a ton of stuff, and if you aren't just a lightweight that is running away, you aren't beating the tank. Or, if you have such bad ping that you can kick me from like 500 units away, and I've seen that happen. I've gotten kicked from outside my lock range. Like, you can really tell that someone's ping is bad when they're just rapidly vibrating everywhere. Honestly, Rye, so my current one isn't really the best build either. I have, yes. Thank you for not just being a dual Zimmerman Tetra, but you're basically one of the freaking metas with just sweet 16s instead of Zimmermans. And you're just gonna freaking fly up and start kick spamming while using every single thing at once.
AP at 50%.
I also have to thank you for not spam kicking. Because you gotta love that large Tetra hitbox.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
I think I perfectly timed that. So, like, the last, like, frame before that shield ended. Hello, Ninja. Also, just like, by the way, so, okay, so I will purposely make it that the winner rotates out just so a single person doesn't just like own the freaking entire lobby with some like bullshit. If you want to win using bullshit, okay, but then you're gone for 4 more rounds. Which build works? Oh, yours? Maybe. I mean, it might. It kind of depends on what the tank is. Because my tanks, I don't believe it would work. I'm still pretty sure that probably wouldn't work. We could definitely try it next time that we end up coming around to each other. Nice shot! Honestly, yes, but I'm not going to freaking start, like, sportscasting this. A lot of people that I see that do that, like, sportscast it. I'm not gonna do that. Though, this guy likes to, like, run around a lot. Oh, there was a little yo-yoing there. This guy's AC was very made of paper. Oh, apparently I'm up against him now. Not sure why Ninja's not. Yes, fire definitely shreds things. That is definitely a like stat on the head that a lot of people avoid or like don't really pay attention to. Oh, he's using the burst handgun. Honestly, the burst handgun has great bullet velocity. I just wish that its range, instead of like 186, was like 220, 230, would definitely make it a lot better of a weapon. Yeah, because I know he doesn't have terminal armor, I just went at him. Because he's not faster than me, and it was honestly close enough. He would have never actually pelted through it. Okay, Ninja, you're up. Let's see what you got. Oh, all of this guy's bullets are entirely invisible. Like, I didn't see him fire a single one of those Curtis. No, yeah, he lost. He didn't really... Like, I don't know if he kept canceling the shots or just not firing them. Yeah, like that, he fired it, but yeah, it just didn't... It was invisible. Nice. Oh, we saw that one. Nintendo. Honestly, I don't know who has worse netcode between Nintendo and From Software. Because they both have terrible, terrible netcode. Okay, Rai, you're up. And Nintendo? Honestly, you're right. It is probably Nintendo. I still miss the one, like the several games on the freaking DS where they had voice chat in Pokemon games, along with the same one that had Chatot. And God, was it abysmal. You heard the N-word like every single match. I mean, they also tried their own social media like twice with like Miiverse and then Miitopia or something. It was just so awful they shut it down. Yeah, that was the thing. They didn't even let you, like, option to turn the mic off. You were forced to listen to it. Oh, nice, you pile bunkered him. I don't know why the guy keeps trying to get, like, behind. Yay, invisible explosions. The strongest IKEA AC. I don't know either. Oh, the guy left. So also, Rai, Ingenuity, we are planning to watch a whole bunch of episodes for Atsujin 28 in my Discord tomorrow if you're free. It is the first mecha anime ever made that was made in like 1958 or something. That show is what birthed the entire mecha genre. So we're going to be, I'll probably be like watching it for like 7 hours at least for like the next several weeks because it's like 96 episodes. It's like 96 full-length episodes from 1958. Also, the funny part is it's set in the year 2000, so I'm very curious what the hell they thought 2000s like stuff would look like. Yeah, this thing is, I tried changing something on this. It is way too slow now.
AP at 30%.
This gets kited way too easy. Yep, which is the entire reason why I think that having anything with like decent speed works. Because if there's anything heavy like this, you can just slowly whittle it down using really any missile. If I change this back left to a vertical plasma, it might work better, but eh. This only really works on a small map. Sure, right. If we ever get to that point where we can fight again, which should be after this if no one joins in, I will definitely pull out a tank. And you want the cheap tank, so we'll do the cheap tank. I forgot, I just lost, so it is my turn. Right. Okay, use your anti-tank AC. Also, I have several cheap tanks. The one-shot one's just entirely a meme. So let's see how your anti-tank AC does. It seems to have died. Yes! Yes, it is! The netcode for this game is dog shit. The entire point of this AC is just abusing the shit netcode. Oh, that's where you went. Oh, I fired that way too early. Not that it necessarily matters.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
It still works even if that cheap combo misses. Honestly, there was still terminal armor on that afterwards. So like, even if you did get through, I had 5 more seconds to land any shots. Though I'm very thankful that they made those back cannons have so much delay for lag, because it ends up making the beeping noise, and then people dodge, and then it fires like a second later. They tried to add delay to make it more fair, and it just baits people instead. Is that AC named Blue-Footed Booby? After the bird. Please tell me this is a reverse joint. You know, wasn't the blue-footed booby like one of the villains in that old children's show, like Tough Puppy? And it was just this guy with this giant fat head who couldn't fly. Hold on now, I don't think boobies can fly. You're cheating. You have lied to us. Honestly, the range for the coral oscillator is nuts. I just love watching missiles phase out of existence. By the way, Rai, do you know about the oscillator snap? But yes, Rai, since you haven't answered, I'll just go and say anyway. Okay, so there is a trick to actually snap the blade down with the, with the oscillator to make it almost impossible to dodge, which is if you're using the oscillator during soft lock, if you turn hard lock on during it, it will adjust the height once. Okay, so to basically match it to the height where the enemy AC is once you activate hard lock. So as long as you time the distance properly, the hard lock basically snaps it straight onto them so that they really can't dodge it. So you can just quickly hard lock and then it just like adjusts slightly just straight onto them. I see you're using the missile boat legs. I don't think those are the right legs for that build, to be honest. Hold on, what's wrong, S? Oh, you mean for the oscillator snap. The ocelot. In the name of the Patriots, he snapped one off. God damn it. Okay, so Rye, I've actually got a very similar tank, which I will pull out after this. So it's not even about it being a vertical build. The problem is that you can't use arm weapons straight down in this game. So if you are using that with the flying tank, I can just keep zipping under you, and as long as I time it right, you won't outspeed me, and it also falls slow. So the only way to actually get down is basically just stop moving and give me free hits. You want one of the ground tanks if you're just rotating bazookas. Either the wheelchair or just the heavy ground tank. Because you can go up and stay up there very well in that. But you can't get down. I don't know. I have a pretty shit build that I made. Oh, you're right. It is Bolt from Last Raven. His AC is not Bolt, though. Thank you for the camera angle, game. There we go. Oh, the guy's using plasma verts and the laser handgun. Nice. I've actually tried similar stuff. The laser handguns are very nice for the projectile speed department. I just wish that the burst handguns, which also had good speed, had like a bit more range. They would need either a bit more range or a bit more staggerer damage. Either one. What do you mean by rat builds? Oh, you mean like based on rats. Let's go IKEA. Invisible assault armor. You know what's something very interesting? There is already, at this point of the game, there are clear, like, massive skill level differences. Like, you can tell when you're doing an actual lobby that there's some, like, massive differences in, like, different skill levels. But you can't tell it. But you can't tell it by like looking at someone's build. Because, like, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if you were here last night, Ninja, but someone brought a so someone brought a missile boat hover. Sorry. Okay, so the person brought the full missile boat quad to Bona Dunes, coral generator, freaking soup aperitifs, and then just kept flying straight up, running out of energy, falling down, and then fighting me at point blank. And then turning around and running away. With basic boost. He wasn't assault boosting away. And I have no clue what the hell was going on with that fight. But it was really freaking funny. So, by the way, Rai, I'm gonna bring my bazooka tank to show you the way that I've got it set up. Because you showed me yours last time, so I'll go and show you mine. Honestly, Ninja, the weirdest thing about last night is, because the guy had aperitifs and soup, he was a decent amount of the way through the game. The guy had the HAL core, so he's at least beaten it twice. Because he had the HAL stuff, but then also had the Carla stuff from the other direction. He beat it at least twice. Also, I need more rolling Amitas. I have 4 of these, and all of them are just so much fun. Minus the one using the big grenades. That was a test that did not work well. I could try changing them for the iridiums. Well, that's the thing, Ninja. People always play those on Watchpoint or Bona Dunes. They purposely, like, pick and play them there. I just kick them too. I know what you mean by kick them. You kind of have to get up there. Like, they aren't, like, the builds aren't good, but they're a pain in the ass, because if you don't have something that can fly, you are not getting up there. I need some more ACs, to be honest. I only have 4 now, counting the one that I made last night. The tank line is just meant to be bullshit, and I'm not bringing that into like 90% of matches unless the other person's also using bullshit. Honestly, I just need a line of ACs for fighting people with bad ping. Because those people who have bad ping typically have bad ping everywhere, so they build for that. If you build a normal AC, it doesn't work. Ah, Curtis. Curtis and pulse cannons. Nice. Pulse cannons are honestly very, very nice. Honestly, I'm very confused why we don't get like the full HUD, because I would love to see how fast this wheelchair is going. Oh, sorry, those aren't pulse cannons. Those are laser drones. I forgot about those. If I recall, the range unfortunately wasn't good enough on them, so I didn't use them anymore. At least the no, it wasn't the range. It was the projectile bullet velocity. The bullet velocity is low for the range. I think they buffed the laser turret, but I'm not sure if they buffed the laser. Oh no, those are definitely faster than prior. They're also quite accurate. Honestly, Haru, it's fine. Just don't expect me to not bring out bullshit. I don't mind if you've got bad ping, as long as you don't combo the bad ping with, like, bullshit. Like, a 4 bazooka wheelchair. Also, we are actually a bit over time anyway, so I'm going to cut the recording here.